Hello everyone, you're welcome back to Ngstyles kitchen. So today we are going to be making this yummy looking delicious mouth-watering Moi Moi Oka baked in the oven. I know I have this on my channel already, but that one was steamed in the pot. But today's version is going to be baked in the oven. Some people call this Oka. In my place, we call it Mackerel. You can also call it cornmeal moi moi, whichever. Just sit tight, relax, and watch to the end. So to make this, I am using fresh corn from the cob. I used 5 corn, shaved out the seed already. That is what you are seeing there. I'm gonna be blending it in my blender. I'm gonna blend it with that shrimp head. I'm also gonna be using some powder cornmeal because this corn is very soft. So I'm gonna add the cornmeal to help harden it a little. So I'm gonna blend it now. Add it to the blender. Then I'm going to be blending this with the shrimp head, habanero pepper, onion, and some crayfish. Okay, you can use according to your taste. So I'm done blending it. Just transfer it to a bowl. So in this bowl, I'm going to be mixing it up with other ingredients. So I'm going to add the cornmeal powder bit by bit. I am using white cornmeal powder. You can use the yellow one. I'm using this because my fresh corn is white, so I want everything to be white. So if you are using yellow corn, you can use the yellow cornmeal, you can use the white, whichever, all are the same. So I'm going to mix it properly. You see, when you're mixing your cornmeal, if it's too thick, add a little warm water. You should be adding water bit by bit. So I added some water, like my blender. I had to rinse it with some warm water. That's what I'm using here. That's what I just added to the mixture. So I'm gonna mix it properly until the water incorporates with the batter. So after that, I'm going to introduce my bonga fish. I am using bonga and mackerel fish in this recipe. Then I just added some spring onion, also known as green onion, and then some green bell pepper and some diced purple onion. So this recipe, this meal, you can use anything you like. Just cooking, as I said, is twist. Nobody cooks it better. You just have to like experiment some things. You cook, you test. If you love it, you go ahead with it. Keep changing. You don't have to stick with the old method. So I just added some palm oil now. In my place, we call it a Mackerel. So our Mackerel oil is the sweetness of it. So as I'm mixing, I'm shaking the oil. I added a little bit more oil to this to get the taste I wanted. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add some stock cube. I am using I'm using Knorr cube here. I'm also gonna add some Onga classic seasoning to this. It's optional, you don't have to use it. Okay, everything, like I said, is optional. Use what you love. Okay, I don't have to cook like you, and you don't have to our cooking are not supposed to be the same. Just do what you like, because you might like some things that I don't like. So that is what I'm doing here. So next, I added a little bit of meat stock. Make sure any liquid you are using here is warm. So I added some warm meat stock to it to get the consistency that I needed. So I tested for salt, and now I added a little bit of salt to it. Then mix it properly for everything to combine. Okay, just do your own thing, be natural anyhow, don't mind them. They have their mouth, they will talk now, no be Naija. So I'm done mixing. Next, I'm gonna be scooping it into my foil pan. You can use you can see I am using foil baking pan here. Make sure you grease it. I greased mine with some palm oil so that the moi moi doesn't stick to the pan after baking. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill it up. I think I used only 3 pan, depending the size of your pan. Mine is a little bit bigger than the one I normally use for my normal moi moi. So I'll go ahead, scoop it. I'm done. So now I'm gonna cover it. Please, when doing this, cover it properly, okay? Make sure you cover it properly so that it can cook finely. So just take your time and do your own thing. Do your own thing. You guys should just stop criticizing, expecting everybody to cook the way you cook. You don't come to somebody's page or channel and tell you are a bad cook. This is not how you're supposed to cook it. This is not how my grandmother cooks it. Who cares about how your grandmother cooks? Your grandmother have her own style. You too create your own style, because you're going to soon be somebody else's grandmother, unless you don't want to be a grandmother. Even if you don't want to be, create your own style, my dear. This is 2020. You should twist things up. Use what you love. So after covering it, I'm going to go ahead and bake this. I have already preheated my oven at 400 Fahrenheit, and I'm going to bake this for 60 minutes. Yeah. So after 60 minutes, the moi moi is done. Look at it. It tastes really delicious and yummy. Yes. Thank you guys for watching.